I'm Jason Lewis from Henderson, Nebraska, and I'm involved with Nebraska corn. When we look to start planting, generally we look to start around April 15th to April 20th if we're looking at calendar dates. Some people will go by that. If you want to be a little bit more specific, we want to wait until we have pretty good soil moisture. We don't want it to be too dry because then the seed can't germinate. We don't want it to be too wet, or else we're not going to get closure in our seed tracks. It can cause compaction issues. We want our soil temperatures to be between 50 and 55 degrees and trending upward. There's nothing worse than putting it into warm soil than having it cool down. And then we want ambient temperatures probably between 60 and 70 degrees air temperature. Yeah, the farming practices we use here, they'll vary field to field and almost year to year. Ideally, we'll look to do a no-till operation where we don't touch it and we'll go back and slot things into standing stalks or standing bean stubble. Sometimes we have to come through and we'll do a minimum tillage, like a vertical tillage, which is what we have here. Breaks up some of the material and sizes it so it breaks down. We also have a little bit of ridge till on here for irrigation practices where we need to flood irrigate things. Crop rotation is important because we change the different chemicals we can put on for weed control, so we change up some of that mechanism. Also, the ground seems to appreciate when we change crops. The soil microbiology will actually change. We'll see changes in the soil organic matter. And overall, when we rotate, we see higher yields. Hybrid seed corn now, pretty much everything we grow now is genetically modified. It has the resistance in there for the various chemicals. This allows us to use chemicals that are safer, cheaper, easier to handle compared to the hybrids of old. We do have the opportunity to grow non-GMO, especially food grade. There's a premium for food grade white, food grade yellow. So we can still do those things if the market demands it. Nebraska leads the nation in irrigated acres. It's important here because we do not get the amount or timely rainfall enough to guarantee crops. So if we're able to irrigate it, we're able to ensure that we're able to continually produce a crop. Here on our farm, we are 100% irrigated. Irrigation lets me control the soil moisture content so I can give the crop the water it needs when it needs it. It also allows me to water in chemicals so we get better activity from there. So Nebraska sits over the Ogallala Aquifer, the largest aquifer in the world. We use this for irrigation, and during the season, it is monitored by our local natural resource districts to make sure that we are not pulling too much out and that we irrigate efficiently and we have more water for future generations. Yeah, so the Ogallala Aquifer is shown to be replenished either through rainfall, and they've actually found that surface groundwater will seep down and recharge the aquifer during the season as well. So during the growing season, we have various ways that we monitor the crop. We have crop scouts that go out in field and check it. During that time, we can actually have soil moisture probes in the soil, letting us know in real time how the crop is using soil water and if we need to irrigate. Beyond that, we can fly the fields with drones to get a good overhead view and see what's going on there. And then the highest level, we can have satellite technology that takes whole field pictures of the crop, measures things such as near infrared, NDVI, and lets us know where in the field we're having stress so we can go in and investigate that further if needed. Here in Nebraska, we have 4 seasons, and so we take advantage of our warmer seasons from April to September, which have longer days and warmer temperatures for growing our crops. So here on the farm, we have various equipment that we use when we're raising our crops. It starts with our tractors, our planters. Planter technology has come a long way from what it was even 5-10 years ago. We have high-speed planters now that can go anywhere from 10 to 12 miles an hour, when before we'd probably be going 4 miles an hour, ensuring that we get a better stand. After planting season, we can move into various tractor techs. All of my tractors now are connected wirelessly, and from an app I can monitor fuel usage, where it's at, maintenance records, if it has problems, and it really helps manage our fleet of tractors out there as we work through field work. For irrigation equipment, we have subsurface irrigation that can apply water directly to the crops under the soil, which increases its efficiency and allows us to irrigate some oddly shaped fields. Most of our irrigation is done by center pivot irrigation, and those are all remotely controlled by an app. I can see where the pivot's going, how it's working, how the efficiency is working, when it turns on and when it shuts off. Our harvest equipment is probably the second most technologically advanced equipment that we have. Our combines now have cameras that can actually self-adjust on the fly during the field to crop conditions to ensure that we're getting all of the crop into the back of the bin. Our combines here range anywhere from 12 row heads all the way up to 24 row heads, and they can hold 600 bushels or 15 metric tons of grain as they go through the fields. So as the combine goes through the field, the grain is picked, it is transported over to a tractor and auger wagon, which will take it to semi-trucks, which will take it either to on-farm storage or commercial storage in town. Corn harvest in Nebraska starts in the middle of September to the beginning of October and will run through October into November, depending on the weather. When it comes time to harvest our grain, we look for the moisture of the corn to be anywhere from 25 down to 15% moisture. If the moisture is higher than the 15%, we'll run it through a corn dryer to bring that moisture down to 15%, which allows us to store it in our bins without spoiling. Nebraska is uniquely situated because we have equal parts of corn, ethanol, and livestock that make up the Golden Triangle. Nebraska is the number 2 ethanol producing state in the United States. The ethanol that's produced here fuels vehicles in the state and across the nation. During the ethanol making process, byproducts are used to feed livestock here in the state as well. Nebraska as a whole is the number 3 corn producing state in the nation. Yields of irrigated acres of corn in Nebraska can range from 230 up to 280 bushels an acre. On especially good years, we can reach over 300 bushels an acre. Trendline yields have increased over the years due to newer genetics, improved efficiency of water and nutrient management, as well as development of new practices that allow us to produce a better crop. 29% of the corn grown in Nebraska is exported domestically and internationally. Nebraska being centrally located allows easy access to rail, road, and water for our exports. Corn is versatile. It's a staple in livestock feed, a renewable fuel source, and a global export. Whether consumed domestically or shipped worldwide, Nebraska's corn is a cornerstone of agriculture and sustainability.